This is a Hobby King Walrus. No real modifications, just easy coated to protect the foam, and I've also added a few plywood gussets at the back of the canopy there, because this type of glider, and also jets that have a longer nose with the battery at the front, this is always a weak point that can break, so it's always best to have prevention rather than cure. Flight free of the day. Superb control, slow flight, and fast responses when you need it. As you can see, it will rocket up into the sky almost fucking vertically. So you can be up in the wild blue yonder within seconds, and then I cut the motor, and then it's all glide time for me now. So I'm going to hit the flaps,
spoilers,
and then hold it on the wind. For a very long time. No power now, it's just gracefully floating around. With the spoilers deployed about 15-20%. Depending on the wind conditions, there's just enough breeze to catch the spoilers, and you can almost hold it up there indefinitely. And even without the spoilers, it's pretty easy to keep it up there. Plenty of up elevator. Still on the spoilers now. If you can see it on the camera, that is. It's quite a distance away. Alright, I'll cut the spoilers, no power. And there we go. Still floating around, dropping a bit more, be a little bit twitchier, a bit more erratic, but it will float around and glide as well, which means you only need to tickle the throttle to bring a bit of lift back in again. Just get about 5% throttle. Literally just above a tick over, and it's holding there on that. A little bit of drop. To keep it safely stable, you need about 10%. And then if the wind's not too rough, you can fly around on that. I've had two 20-minute flights out of one battery, one 1800 milliamp fluorine battery. which by the way the Florian battery cost me about £9 with postage and packaging. Unbelievable value for money, and it's been really good. It doesn't get warm, it holds a charge fantastically. It still comes down with quite a bit in reserve, even after 2 20-minute flights. This plane is so economical on fuel. Electric fuel, that is. Still classed as fuel. Or energy, however you prefer it. There we go. About 10% throttle. You could come out with 2 or 3 batches and have a whole day's flying with this. With your breaks in between. I'll bring it down for some slower stuff so you can get a good look at the plane. Some low flying stuff. So now what it's like with the cameras. Once it goes into the distance, it's very hard to see on the camera. It's not like with the naked eye. There we go. No no starting round. Give a bit of down just to give it forward motion. Stop it from stalling. And when you're ready, you can just tickle the motor in. And it keeps the nose up. Keeps a bit of stability. Nice colours can be seen from a distance. A few stripes under the wings to help with the orientation. Not that much ever does really help with that, apart from the luminous stripes, which don't always look so pretty. LED ideas are useless unless you're flying at night, which I don't think many people do unless you're into night flying with the full LED setups. But during the day you can just forget LEDs. You're better off just a checkered pattern or a bright fluorescent band or something like that. There we go. No power. Dives down. Loads of G on the wings. No hands on the stick, just doing its own thing. There we go. As I say, I could keep it up there for a very long time, but for the purposes of the video, I shall bring it in for a landing. There we go. No power still. I'll tickle a little bit in to take it away for a landing. Inside, this model needed very little improvements to make it a good plane. Just strengthening of that fuselage and just an easy coat to protect the foam. And I colour coded the wires for the flaps and the ailerons because being 4, don't want to get them wrong. Spoilers just to bring it down, to slow the power. With 4 cables to attach for the wings, I thought it was best to eradicate the the chances of there being a mix-up, so I numbered and colour coded them. There we go. You have to take it quite a distance away to land it because it's such a good glider, it likes to keep going. I'll try and tickle him in. There we go. No problem with that. Reinforce it to on the belly of the fuselage in order to create a surface for landing so it doesn't damage the foam underneath. Alright, I'm going to wrap this movie up now and power down. Thanks for watching.